Kumama Papa singer Lokwa Bufunga Dada Grace, popularly known as Grace Lokwa, gets drenched, continues program Alpha 40 despite heavy rainfall. It was on the 16th of February 2024 when popular Congolese gospel singer and worshipper Grace Lokwa took to his Instagram handle a video clip of himself and his crew members and program attendees drenched in a heavy rainfall. The video clip captured moments the Kumama Papa singer was drenched from head to toe by a heavy rainfall while he prayed, speaking in tongues, raising his hands to the sky. Members of his congregations were also captured in the video clip praying and chanting praises joyfully as they ran around drenched in the rain unbothered. The scene attracted reactions from social media users, while others commended the singer, saying it is an act of faith. Others are displeased. Reactions to the video clip by netizens is as follows. This one is from Charles Wakji. He says, "Faith. I watched the video and all I see is a deep expression of firm faith in what God can do. The rain might not have stopped, but I tell you, something has happened to the belief system of this guy. Watch out for him this coming days. These are the making of mighty men in the hands of God." And this one is from social media user Minister Godfidence at Dewo, and it says, "The gospel must be preached whether rain or not. Man of God, more grace." And this one is from social media user Nkem Ugu, and it says, "Until someone catch pneumonia, una head go correct." And this one is from social media user Mary Augustine, and it says, "Son of perdition somewhere is mocking him. Jesus Christ is Lord." And this one is from social media user Okwori Lydia, and it says, "Celebrate grace." And this one is from Mary Ahimebe, and it says, "More greater grace, sir." Gospel singer Tasha Cobbs Leonard has said that she was so used to being the boss and it affected her in her early years of marriage, so she had to go back to God to find out how to become second in charge. A video posted by the Purpose Place on Instagram captured an interview of gospel singer Tasha Cobbs Leonard and her husband Kenneth Leonard sharing challenges of their early years of marriage. According to the Break Every Chain crooner, in the early years of her marriage, she was so used to being the boss, and so when she got married, she had to go back to God to find out how to become second in charge. She said on the interview, and I quote, "I remember the first year of our marriage, I'll come home and he'll be like, 'This ain't TCM, this ain't freeze eyewear, we got to adjust to some things, baby.' And I had to learn to be soft. Because we got married when I was 36, so I was so used to being the boss in my house, running businesses, running this and that, worship pastor at the church. So listen to this, everywhere I went, people waited on my authority. Everywhere I went, stuff moved when I said it should move. But that ain't how marriage works. So I had to go to God to find out how to become second in charge because I was so used to being number one." London-based lawyer Marie Wiseborn Ejere, who is also the fiancée to gospel singer Moses Bliss, presents love poem to her sweetheart on his 29th birthday. Marie Wiseborn Ejere rendered a love poem to celebrate her fiancé, gospel singer Moses Bliss, on his 29th birthday, which took place on the 20th of February 2024. The London-based lawyer on the 29th of February 2024 took to her social media handles a video clip of her fiancé Moses Bliss with a voice-over poem. Parts of the poem reads, "My pen is poised as I stare at the lines of the page and wonder what words will be sufficient enough to truly encapsulate personified grace. My gentle shepherd, my best friend, and my faith. Thank God for bringing you this far. It's the heart I admire in you. Thank you for patiently teaching me profound wisdom, spiritual revelations, and sharing with me life's invaluable lessons. Happy birthday, God's servant, my love, my confidant, and best friend. Continue to shine. Welcome, baby, to 29. I love you." Gospel music minister Deborah Paul Enenche, who is the first child to the Dunamis International founder, Pastor Dr. Paul Enenche, hosted music ministers in Abuja for her music concert One Night with ABBA as she records massive attendance. Deborah Paul Enenche, who is the first child to the Dunamis International founder, Pastor Dr. Paul Enenche, hosted gospel music ministers in Abuja on the 18th of February 2024 for her music concert themed One Night with ABBA. Gospel music ministers who graced the stage alongside the host, Deborah Paul Enenche, included her parents, Pastor Dr. Paul Enenche, and his wife, Dr. Mrs. Becky Enenche, Out of My Belly crooner Prosper Ochimana, Ogo crooner Dusin Oyekan, and Obinigwe crooner Gift Ugochi Christopher, aka GUC. Others include Broken crooner K Strings, Theophilus Sunday, Okopi Peterson, and others. The concert was held at the Harrow Park, Central District, Wusetu, Abuja. The program was indeed a success with massive turnouts and electrifying ministrations by gospel singers who graced the stage. Birthday shout out to gospel singer and Spotlight Nation's boss Moses Bliss as he turned a year older on the 28th of February 2024. We celebrate you, sir, and we wish you many happy returns. Happy 29th birthday. Gospel singer and Spotlight Nation signee Ebuka Songs has responded to critics of his music, says his life is not to prove to any man but to the glory of God, set to release new single. It was on the 18th of February 2024 when gospel singer and Spotlight Nation signee Ebuka Songs took to his social media accounts a video clip of a soon-to-be-released single titled Call Me Names or Whatever. The soon-to-be single addresses critics of his music. Recall that though his previously released single, which was titled New Generation Fine Boys We Love Jesus, gained massive acceptance across the nation, quite a number of people also criticized the singer, saying he should go back to his former genre of music. They claim he is beginning to deviate from the faith. Ebuka Song's Fine Boy We Love Jesus was heavily criticized by some believers who claimed the song sounds too worldly and nothing glorifies God in the song. Responding to the critics of his music, the I Will Pray crooner has released snippets from his upcoming single, which clearly addresses the critics. Parts of the lyrics of the song says, I slept with this song and I woke up with it again. I just knew this was the Lord comforting my heart. Let them say whatever, let them call me whatever. I was born and prepared for such a time as this. My life is to your glory, Lord. They can call me names or whatever. They can call me foolish, but whatever. They can call me stupid, but whatever. They can call me names, but whatever. They can call me stupid, but whatever. Some may say Jesus has left him. Others may say he has backslided. But my relationship with God is not to prove to any man. This my life is to your glory and your glory alone, Lord. Popular Instagram minister TitoOluwa Sam Oladapo has been dragged for saying in one of her messages that spirit husbands and wife do not exist. According to her, they are only a mirage. In a message shared on her Instagram handle, the gospel influencer stated that spiritual spouses do not exist and are only a mirage. According to her, there was no place recorded in the Bible where anyone had a spiritual spouse. Part of her message states, and I quote, "Some people say they have experienced spiritual husbands and wives, but listen to me, your encounters, your experiences are not the truth. God's word is. Which person in the Bible had a spiritual husband or a spiritual wife? Where is it in the Bible that Paul had a spirit wife? Where is it in the Bible that Peter had a spiritual wife? Which person came to Jesus to say, Jesus, help my daughter, she is married in the spirit?" Some of you will argue, I am not talking to you. If you want to believe it, go ahead and believe it. Be it unto you according to what you have believed. It only exists as much as you believe it. I can't even start quoting scriptures against it because it doesn't exist. Demons have taken over the ignorance of men. They are portraying themselves to be what they are not. The day you challenge this mirage is the day your freedom has come. So it doesn't exist. As a believer, the things you think that exist don't exist unless you allow it. You are the one that is giving it permission to exist. The full message can be checked out on TitoOluwa Sam Oladapo's official Instagram handle for clearer understanding of the message. Trying to conceive was hard. Gospel singer and ace celebrity photographer Toyin Shokefun, popularly known as T.Y. Bello, narrates conception ordeal. In an exclusive interview with Pulse Nigeria 247, the gospel singer and ace photographer narrated her conception story and ordeal she had with a friend, which she walked into at a supermarket while she was waiting to conceive. She said on the interview with Pulse one-on-one, and I quote, "Trying to conceive and being in the waiting room, as you call it, is one of the hardest things. I remember one day I went into the supermarket and I walked into a friend and she was like, 'Get pregnant now.' And she said it like she snapped her fingers, and it was just as if when she snapped her fingers, the sound of the finger, I felt it hit the wall and echo and hit another wall and hit another wall, then came back to me. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm trying. I know you can just snap your fingers and say, 'Get pregnant now.' But to me, I'm trying and giving it everything. I make music, I make images, I travel around the world, I make friendship. My husband and I had a great time. We had hard times, we had days we cried, but my goodness, we lived." The journey to motherhood does not start when you give birth. It starts the moment when you decide to be a mother. Pastor Mrs. Eno Jerry Eze, who is the wife of the popular Streams of Joy International founder, Pastor Jerry Eze, has celebrated her husband, Pastor Jerry Eze, at the latest edition of the new season's Prophetic Prayers and Declarations NSPPD prayer program. According to the wife of the clergy, there was a time in their marriage she gave a lot of trouble. She showered her husband with a lot of praises, reaffirming her love for him. She stated, and I quote, "There was a time in our marriage when I gave a lot of trouble and there was a light that left Papa's eyes. But you know, getting to see this light again, when he sees me, he lights up. So it's nice to just see that the light is back. And I celebrate God for taking us this far. All of me celebrates you. All of me thanks you. All of me loves you. Thank you, sir. I love you. I love you. I love you. When I'm done loving you, I start loving you over again. And I will continue to love you. You are the best thing that happened